Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Production presents Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast, playing your favorite acappella gospel songs from some of the world's greatest acappella artists. So sit back, relax, and listen to the sweet sounds of voices. Call in live to telephone 713-955-0508 or send us an email to srbutler1009@yahoo.com. So who's riding with Stevie B on the blast tonight? You're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
But there is sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. When Jesus looks his smiling face, there's sunshine in my soul.
Good evening, wherever you are in the world listening to this radio broadcast. Stevie B's Media Production presents Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast. And this is Stevie B, and I'm the blaster master of Acappella Gospel Music. And according to Yvonne, the General Connor of Dayton, Ohio, she says Stevie B is the hardest working Christian DJ in the world today, bless her heart. But you can't be the blaster master if you're not dropping any bombs on your radio show. I said boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just taken off. I see I got my wingman, Edward Bishop. What's up, Edward Bishop from Niagara Falls, New York? How you doing, my brother?
Boom, boom.
You gonna ride with me on the blast tonight?
Yeah, but I'm flying tonight. I'm tired. You almost causing us to hit the mountain last time.
So you flying the plane tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly tonight because you almost killed us last week.
Okay, get on over here in the cockpit. Okay, go ahead and take over the flight. Mm-hmm. Whoa, he almost hit a building, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, we can't do this. No, that ain't gonna work. that ain't gonna work. Okay, going back down there in the cargo hold. Get them bombs ready to drop. We'll keep you safe down there.
Boom, boom.
All right. Thanks for riding with me on the blast tonight. We have a great show tonight. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm counting down my top 20 acapella gospel songs for the month of March. I'm talking about March. For the month of August 2018. That's what we're doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You can give me a call tonight while I'm on the air, 713-955-0508. You can give me a call. Ladies and gentlemen, Edward Bishop got me all messed up. Every show he wants to fly the plane, and then when I let him fly the plane, he wants to crash us into a building. So that ain't gonna work. He done threw me off my game just that fast. Ladies and gentlemen, on tonight's broadcast, I got my funny bones will be featuring on the broadcast tonight. I also have my song of the week. Got a great song that we're featuring this week on the show. Also got my monthly triple spin for the month of August. Got a great group that we've been featuring for the entire month of August. And also got some shout-outs I want to do on the show tonight as well. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for riding with me on the Blast Night. We're going to have a great show here on Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm counting down my top 20 Acappella Gospel songs for the month of August. You got Stevie B loose in the booth on the ones and twos. So let's get into the music, the sweet sounds of voices coming in. I love saying that. Coming in at number 20 for the month of August, holding my 20th spot for 8 weeks is Steve Adams out of Houston, Texas. Now, this is his new single, So Glad He Loved Me. And this is from Steve's 2018 album, Music from Monday through Saturday. Now, we did an album debut for Steve on this broadcast. That's episode number 84. And then I did a recorded version of that particular show here on Blog Talk Radio. You'll see that episode number 22. That's a great album that Steve has. Enjoy my number 20 song, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of August. Enjoy the ride on the Blast tonight.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
I hate to think of where I'd be if Jesus didn't love me so. Yeah. See, by his blood I've been redeemed and his blessings overflow. Oh yeah. Jesus loves me. This I know. For the Bible tells me I'm so glad he loves me. Yeah. My haters and fed me. Yes, he did. That's why I say Jesus loves me. This I know. For my Bible, it tells me I'm so glad he loves me. Yes, I'm so glad he loves me. Oh yeah, I'm so glad he loves me. Woo. I know my Savior loves me. Yeah. 'Cause he proved his love for me on Calvary. Yes, he did. When he hungered and died. Yeah, for sinners like you and I. Now ain't that love? Ain't that some kind of love, y'all? And because of him, I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. Is there anybody else? I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. Will you say that with me? I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. Come on, sing that with me. I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. Hey, now somebody say, oh, I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's say it again, so say, let the faithful say, I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. Yeah, he's so good to me. I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. He loves me, he loves me, he loves me. I don't worry about no trouble, 'cause I'm busy, 'cause my blessing's so good. You and I, he's so good, he's so good, so good. I'm so glad he loves me. I want to tell her about it. Yeah, I'm so glad about it. Yeah, that's why I don't
4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Dorian Paul, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast. Ooh, wait.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Freddie M. Graham. She lives in Los Angeles, California. I want to thank you, Freddie, for riding with us on the blast tonight. We certainly appreciate your love and support for this broadcast. Freddie M. Graham, Stevie B wants to give you a shout out.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
I failed to mention at the beginning of the show, ladies and gentlemen, I will be posting the official list of this Top 20 Countdown for the month of August on social media. So I try to do that after every live show. And I will be doing a recorded version of this live show tonight here on Blog Talk Radio. So it'll probably be published sometime tomorrow. So be looking out for that. You can listen to that recorded version of that show on iHeartRadio, on Spotify, on iTunes. All right, coming in at number 19 and holding my 19 spots for 8 weeks is the group One Hope in Christ out of Louisville, Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this single, Make a Way. This is from their new album, their 2018 album, Make a Way. And I did an album debut for that particular album. That's episode number 72. You see it on my on-demand episodes. And I did a recorded version for that live show. That's episode number 7. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware of what those recorded version shows are, they are shows where I'm actually not doing any talking. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I enjoy just playing the music without any interference from me. And these tracks are just being played straight, and the music quality is excellent. You're going to love those recorded versions because they're done in beta high fidelity. So the sound quality is excellent, and if you got some great headphones or some good speakers, I guarantee you will love what you're hearing from Stevie B's Media Production. Enjoy my number 18 song by One Hope in Christ out of Louisville, Kentucky. Make a Way. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
Obstacle after obstacle seems to happen in spectacular fashion. I'm grasping for a grip that my faith won't slip as I travel on this spiritual road trip. Up and down I go, where I stop nobody knows, but God, He holds the future, whole wide world in His hands. My plans are not His plans, yeah. He will make a way out of no way. He's the same today as yesterday. The reason I'm asking, I know that you're with me today. God, my yes, Lord, I need you. I know that you can make a way. Make a way.
Has prepared for me great joy or even challenges. I have no need to stress. God controls everything and supplies my every need. Simple words restore life and peace when God Almighty speaks. Some Satan He'll make way out of no way. If He did it before, I know He'll surely do it again right now today. God, do you remember who He is? The Creator of the
You're listening to Stevie B's Gospel Acappella Music Blast. My name is Angelina Hightower, and this song is called When God Says No.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Coming in at number 18 and holding my 18th slot for 29 weeks is Angelina Hightower out of Boston, Massachusetts. Her new single, When God Says No. And Angelina's making her way to the blast in the year 2019. Lord bless us to see those days. Enjoy my number 18 song, Angelina Hightower, When God Says No. Stevie B on the ones and twos.
When God says no, and we won't listen to the end, just remember, don't forget, Father knows what's best. When I lay awake at night, with tears streaming from my eyes, I remember God knows what's best. Yeah, my God, He knows what's best. Late in the midnight hour, I was crying and all alone, waiting for an answer. All my hope gone. Even called on my best friend, and she could not be found. Lord, you said you'll never leave me nor forsake me. Lord, where are you now? So I went to church the next Sunday morning, looking for my breakthrough. I knew a change would come if I just hold on, 'cause God's word is true. But then the preacher said something, and it took me by surprise. Sometimes God says no, but just like Job, you gotta trust him, my child. When God says no, but when the preacher said it, I didn't quite understand it. He said, don't forget, just trust your Father, 'cause He knows what's best. When I lay awake in the middle of the night, with tears streaming from my eyes, I remember, Father knows, no matter what you're going through, 'cause He knows, Father knows. Started to feel a little better, 'cause he started talking about my Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, and how he prayed to the Father, let this cup pass from me. Then he did just like me, y'all. Said he went to his best friend, and his friends let him down. He said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Where are you now? You see, sometimes God is moving, and we don't understand. See, Jesus paid the cost when we were lost, and it was all a part of God's master plan. So when you're waiting for that answer, and God says no to you, just go ahead and shout, hey, and have no doubt. Trust your Father. The Father knows more than you. When God says no, no. See, it's not a man that walketh to direct his own steps. That's why I'm trusting the Father. And remember, no matter what it is or what it looks like, God, He knows. Yes, He knows what's there.
Hey family, what's good? This is E-Sage with Straight Company. And you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Blast, the Master Blaster. Go ahead on.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Song of the Week. This week, we are featuring the group, my power group, Committed Acappella Chorus out of Rogersville, Alabama. This is their new single, Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified, from their 2017 album, We're Not From Here. Now, we did an album debut of that particular album on the broadcast. It's episode number 23. And I also did a recorded version of that particular show. That's episode number 9. And I had a marathon show for Committed Acappella Chorus. That's episode number 49. That was a great show. And I did a recorded version of that particular show. So that's episode number 16. Enjoy my song of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Committed Acappella Chorus. Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified. You're going to love this song. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I'm blessed, I'm saved, and I'm sanctified.
I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I've been saved by God, the great I am. No more chains binding me by His blood. Know that I've been set free. I don't know why the Lord loved me so. That's why I gotta tell the world everywhere I go. This man named Jesus, don't you know that He changed my life? You know that I'm blessed. Listen, if you only knew what the Lord has brought me through, talking about a makeover, the Lord made me brand new. I know you see me singing with a smile on my face, but you ought to have been there when He changed my life that day. And now my so-called friends, they don't quite understand this change in me ever since I met the man. Yeah. Hey, well, along came Jesus. He took my wrong and He made it right. You know that I'm blessed. You know I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Thank God I've been saved by God, the great I am. No, He broke the chain of sin that had to bind on me. Well, if it wasn't for the blood of Jesus, believe me, I don't know where I'd be. Oh, I can't figure it out, y'all. I don't know why He loves you so. Hey, well, that's why I gotta tell somebody everywhere I go. I found a man named Jesus. He can even change your life. You know that I'm blessed, and I'm saved, and I'm sanctified. Come on. One more thing, y'all listen. And when I think about what my Savior went through, how He hung, bled, died on the cross for me and you. Hey, I didn't deserve it, but still He took my place. Tell me where would I be if it were not for His grace? Oh, you see, it should have been me, living life out there with no hope. I realized that I should have been dead and gone. Oh, but Jesus came, and I know He paid the price. That I'm blessed, and I'm saved, and I'm sanctified. You know I've been washed in the precious blood of the Lamb. Thank God I've been saved. Great God Almighty. You know He broke the chains of sin off of me. set me free. Oh, I don't know why the Lord chose to love me so. And that's why we gotta tell the world everywhere we go. There's a man named Jesus that can take away the pain, wipe the tears away, give you a bright day. Yeah. This is my own personal testimony. Listen, what a wonderful change has come over me. Yeah. Said it's only by the blood of Jesus that I'm not what I used to be. Hey, if you just knew my story and all that He's brought me through, I tell you what He did for me, He can do the same thing to you. Oh, I'm blessed. Oh, Lord, thank you that you know that I'm blessed. Oh, Jesus, I've been washed in the blood of Jesus. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I thank God I've been sanctified ever since I met Lord. Yeah, you ought to try. Anybody looking for a change today? That He made me new, and He can do the same thing to you. Hey, I said you ought to try Jesus. That you ought to try the Lord. Hey, He's alright. Said He picked me up, turned my life around, plant my feet on solid ground. Don't you know He changed me? Thank God He changed me. So glad He changed me. Oh yes He did. I don't walk like I used to walk. I don't talk like I used to talk. I don't go the place I used to go. Hey, ever since I met the Lord, hey, well, you ought to try Jesus.
Yes, that's Committed Acappella Chorus, Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified. I just love that song. You've been listening to Stevie B's Song of the Week.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
I want to give a shout out to my dear friend Carolyn Mayfield. She's down there in Hinesville, Georgia. That's my old stomping ground down there in Fort Stewart, Georgia. Carolyn Mayfield. Stevie B wants to give you a shout out. Certainly appreciate your love and support for this broadcast. Shout it out, shout it out.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming in at number 17 and holding my 17th slot for 29 weeks is Called by God Acappella in Symbia from Nashville, Tennessee. This is their new single, Get Behind Me, Satan. I just love this song. They're making their way to the blast in the year 2020. The Lord bless us to see those days. Enjoy my number 17 song for the month of August. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
The devil's got a hold on me, but I've come to tell him to get behind me, Satan. You got to move, yeah. You got to move and get out of my way. Get my life in every way, but he can't, 'cause I've got a shield that protects me by his will. Now Jesus said it, so I'll do it. I won't let the devil ruin my life. No matter how tempting this world may seem, I'll stay rooted in the word of God. That old devil's a busy snake, but my Jesus said it best when he told him to get behind me, Satan. You've got to move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got to move and get out of my way. The devil is busy every day, trying to control my life in every way, but he can't, 'cause I've got a shield that protects me by his will. Now Jesus said it, so I'll do it. I won't let the devil ruin my life. My Jesus said it best when he told him to cast the Satan. I bid you farewell, get out my life. You got to move, 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 move. You got to go. Get behind me, get behind me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said yeah. I can't calm down. I can't take your tricks no more. You gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta move, you gotta get behind me. Woo, yeah. I'm covered by you. Get behind me,
Hello, Radio Land. I'm Ricky Lawler, and I'm representing my new CD entitled One More River. And I'm listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 16 and holding my 16th slot for 29 weeks is Spiritual Expressions featuring Dorian Jones out of Dark, California. Now, this single is called Lord You Are, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this song. I just love Grandma in this song. And this from the Spiritual Expressions 2009 album. Dorian Jones presents Spiritual Expressions, and they're making their way to the blast in the year 2021. Lord bless us to see those days. Enjoy my number 16 song by Spiritual Expressions, Lord You Are. Oh, I just love Grandma in this song.
If this song don't make you pat your feet, then something is wrong with you. What about bobbing your head, Grandma? Nah, honey, my head too heavy to be bobbing on my neck. But you go and do your thing, and I'ma sit back and I'ma critique this. What you call it? Hip. No, that's hip hop, Grandma. Acapulco. No, that's acapella, Grandma. Do your thing. Lord, you are the great I am, and with you, Lord, I know I can do anything if that thing is within my plan. With you, I'm satisfied. Oh Lord, you fill my cup. I put you on the cross, but you continue to give me your love. I don't worry about the long day. Refuse to have sleepless nights. When something's wrong, I'm on my knees and you make me alright. You put my mind at you.
got my feet hurting. What is this? Hip-hop, Grandma. Hip-hop. New acapella? New acapella, Grandma. You say, ain't no music in this? Ain't no music. Hush it. What? I can't believe it. You about to have Granny two-stepping in here. We're going two-step for the Lord, Grandma. You ain't about to get me in trouble, boy. But what you can do is bring that chorus back and let me show you what I can do. Don't get your crew on, Grandma. Don't. Hallelujah. Don't get your crew on. Sing, Grandma. Don't let nobody steal your joy. You on fire. Yeah, see that, boy? I'll teach you everything you know about this singing stuff. Is that where I get it from? Soinfused.com, DJmusic.com.
Yo, this is Teray Mack representing Mac Music in Jacksonville, Florida, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul. Enjoy this comedian, Michael Jr.
Women love babies. Whenever I'm somewhere with my daughter, women see her and they just go, oh. And they'll say anything in their mind, anything at all, it just comes out. Look at the baby. She is so beautiful. I could just hug her. I could just take her, look at her cheeks. Men don't have this reaction. And it's a good thing, too. There's something don't go wrong in our minds when we see babies. You know what we do like? We like other women. That's what we like. That's what we find cute. But that would be weird if the same thing happened, right? You see a dude, he with his girl, you're like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, look at her. Wow. Hey, could I hold her? No? Okay. Wow. Is this the only one you got? You got any more? Awesome, man. If you ever need somebody to stay with her, man, let me know, man. Oh, it's so beautiful. That is hilarious. You could tell a black woman's laugh. You ever notice it always ends with whoo? There'd be a fan involved somewhere, too, a homemade fan. Just as a note, this fan right here that some people use actually takes more energy. Therefore, you're building up a sweat. So just cut your losses. My older daughter asked me to buy her some Toms. She wants some Toms shoes, and I was like, well, you to the point now where you need to chip in, at least something. 10%, you gotta do something. She was like, Dad, what you don't understand is whenever you buy a pair of Toms, a needy child gets a second pair for free. I was like, well, you need to sign up for the second pair. Me and my wife decided to try to homeschool. Yeah, homeschool. Yeah, but we found out that when you homeschool, they don't leave. Did you know that? Like, they were still there. So then we found out the family down the street, they actually homeschool, and they've been doing it for a while, and they're really good at it. So we're going to see if we can get our kids to transfer to their homeschool. I had a friend that was homeschooled when we were kids, man. He got kicked out of homeschool. That was weird. Parents, you ever want to have to talk with your teenagers? Because teenagers can be a little bit of work. You ever want to have to talk with them? You ever want to break up with them? You ever want to sit them down and be like, listen, I think we should just be friends. It's not working out. It's just not working. We are fooling ourselves. No. It's not like, no. We're not seeing any other kids. We're not ready. But if you want to see some other parents, that's just fine. You know? If you could just give us our stuff back, that'd be cool. We call it even. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you've been listening to Stevie B, Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the broadcast where we need to drop some bombs. We're flying 30,000 feet. All right, Wingman, you got your target picked out?
Yes, I do.
All right. Where you going to drop them bombs at right now?
Did you cook today?
Huh?
Did you cook today?
No, I didn't cook today. I was eating tuna fish sandwiches earlier.
Oh, well, then I ain't going to drop it in your backyard. Then I ain't going to drop it in your backyard. I was going to drop the bombs in your backyard.
Oh, you going to drop them in my backyard? Really?
Yeah, if you would have said your wife would, cook some fried chicken or something, I would have been mad because I would have had to drop the bombs in your backyard,
I'll tell you, like Denzel Washington said on that movie, Training Day. Man, let's drop these bombs. You want to drop some bombs in my backyard? Is you crazy? Come on, let's drop these bombs. Quit playing.
But then, I don't want to hit the dog or nothing, so I have to make sure the dog's out the way,
You crazy.
Boom,
Come on, let's
boom.
drop these bombs, man.
Boom, boom.
I said boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe he wants to drop bombs on me. I'm the one supposed to be dropping bombs on him.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey everybody, this is Eric Gwynn, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm counting down my top 20 Acappella Gospel songs for the month of August. And we're just having a great time on the blast tonight. Ride with us on the blast. We're flying 30,000 feet, and we're dropping bombs everywhere.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming in at number 15 and holding my 15 slot for 41 weeks is Terry Jackson out of the state of Texas. This is her new single, Valley to Victory, from her 2017 album, Valley to Victory. And I did an exclusive interview with Terry on this broadcast. That's episode number 54, my on-demand episodes. And that was a great interview with her and her producer, Gerald Barnett. That was a great show. Enjoy my number 15 song, Terry Jackson, Valley to Victory. I just love this song. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
Lord, you brought me from a mighty long way. Lord, you lifted me from my valley to victory. Let me sing it again. Lord, you brought me, yeah, from a mighty long way. Hey, Lord,
This is Brother Jonathan Charlie from the singing group Room to Praise, a 7-member group of young men from 4 different states: Baltimore, Maryland, Boston, Massachusetts, Rochester, New York, and Tampa, Florida. You're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Coming in at number 14 and holding my 14th slot for 29 weeks is Darryl Barnett's single, Why? This is from his 2018 album, Way to Go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did a debut of that album on the show. That's episode number 61. And I did a recorded version of that particular live show here on Blog Talk Radio. That's episode number 8. Now, Darryl's out of Los Angeles, California. You're going to love my number 14 song for the month of August. Darryl Barnett, Why? You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I used to know you, but don't call like you used to. If you still love me, can I give me a chance just to say how I feel? It may hurt you, but what I'm seeing is real. I love to see children play. I got this pressure. There's a new pill I saw today. I'm hypocritical. Nothing is wrong. Take a picture and just smile, but it's coming after a while. Why should I save? Let me have my worldly things. God said He'll supply my needs. That ain't what it means. Go back home. It seems wicked as it's gone. Tell me when our change is gonna come. like my life ain't gonna change.
Not making excuses.
Still stay the same.
Jesus said that He will.
Take this pain, I can make it on my own. Ain't no good nothing can go.
So we give you a chance. Put our life in Your hands. Are we afraid to say Your name? Is it because we want the fame? My home will have to take its life. That homeless man outside tonight. When trouble comes, we wanna pray. Our country pushes You away. I wanna know. 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 I wanna
This is Troy Marables of Made New Acappella in Louisville, Kentucky, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Been a long time. Been a long time. I see Mary. I see Martha.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm counting down my top 20 acapella gospel songs for the month of August. Coming in at number 13 is Teray Mack out of Jacksonville, Florida. This is his new single. Well, it's not a new single. This is Time to Move from his 2016 album, Time to Move. And Teray is making his way to the blast in the year 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love my number 13 song, Teray Mack, Time to Move. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
Come on, come on. Well, it was just a short time ago. My friend turned their backs, my soul was feeling low. I didn't know which way to go. But then I got a one-way call from Jesus. He came and picked up the pieces. And this is what he said to me. He said, follow me, I'll set you free. Pack your bag, 'cause it's follow me, I'll set you free. Pack your bag. Can't wait to see. It's coming real soon. It's coming real soon. When it comes for you, come on. Let's show you. Oh, it's time to move. Come on. Hey, I said, come on. One more thing. How can I stop this feeling? I've been torn apart. I need healing. Lord, I give my soul to you. My friends put me through so much mess, body filled with so much stress. There was only one thing to do. Follow me, I'll set you free.
to move. You can pack your bag. Time to move. Come on, come on, say, follow me. Time to move. I'll set you free. Time to move. Pack your bag. Time to move. Hey, no, I can't wait to see Jesus coming real soon. Tell me when it comes for you, what you gonna do? Walk by faith and not by sight. Trust in Him, he'll be alright. Can you say it one more time? You can come on, try. He'll be alright. Get ready, He's coming soon. Until then, oh, it's time to move. Time to move.
Hey, what up, guys? This is Melody Bailey, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 12 and holding my 12th spot for 41 weeks is Monte Cuba out of Houston, Texas. His single Get On Up from his 2016 album, The Journey. And Monte is making his way to the blast in the year 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love my number 12 song for the month of August. Monte Cuba, Get On Up. I just love this song. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
Get on up. Has God been really good? Get on up. If He has, somebody needs to say something. Give God get on up and take the shackles off your feet. Get on, let's praise the Lord today. Get on, He's a mighty good God. Get on up. Give God some praise. Yeah. He woke you up this morning. He started you on your way. He put you in a perfect place. If your heart is where He's dwelling, if this truly is the case, you should want to give Him some praise. Oh, get on up. Get on up. Get on up. You ought to get up. Get on up. Give God some praise. If you love Him, then you give Him some praise. Get on up. 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 Give God some praise. Show me what for the rest of the day. If you know that God's been real good to you, and you know that you don't deserve His praise, that's another reason that you should get up and give Him some praise. It's a simple thing that you can do for everything He's brought you through. Come on, y'all, let's praise His name. Don't let nothing stop you. Get on up. 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 And give my God some praise. If you love Him, then you'll give Him the praise. Get on up. Got to get up. Get on up. Got to get up. Get on up. Come on, give Him some praise.
Get on up and don't hold back. The Lord is worthy of all your praise, but you know that. Just take a second and think about all the blessings that He's given you. And even the simple fact that He's forgiven you is more than enough for you to shout it from the rooftops. Every second of every minute until your heart stops. Give Him the glory till you die. He's been too good to you for you to be acting shy.
Get on up. Hey, get on up. You gotta get up. Get on up. Give God some praise. Come on, if you love Him, then you give Him the praise. Get on up. He's worthy. Get on up. Yes, He is. Get on up. Get on up. Give God some praise.
Show me worthy for the rest of your day.
Get on up. I don't know what you come to get on up. I don't know what you come to get on. I don't know what you come to get on. I don't know what you come to get on. I came
Hello, this is Mike Dow from Called by God Acappella Ensemble, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. And you, yes you, can hear our singles Get Behind Me, Satan and Brighter Day right here on Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul. Enjoy this comedian, Marcus Wiley, Bishop Secular.
That's why I cannot stand new converts. Folk who just came to Christ, like at 45, I can't stand y'all. Y'all done drank all the drink, smoke all the smoke, party like a rock star from the window to the wall. You done live your life any kind of way with no conscience. And now all of a sudden, I think I want to give my life to Christ. I bet you do. I bet you do want to give your life to Christ. Yeah, it ain't that you a saint, it's you ain't. You can't do it no more. And then the reason why I can't stand new converts is because when they get into the fold, they want to come in like they know everything. They ain't been to no Sunday school, ain't been to no vacation Bible school, ain't been to no BTU, no conference, no prayer breakfast, no seminar, no tent revival. They think they know everything. You don't know nothing. New Christians think Jesus died because he was sick. No, Jesus died because we was sick. I can't stand new Christians.
Yes, you've been listening to Stevie B's Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Song of the Week. This week, we have been featuring the group Committed Acappella Chorus out of Rogersville, Alabama. And this is their single, Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified, from their 2017 album, We're Not From Here. Now, we did a debut of that album on this broadcast. That's episode number 23. I did a recorded version. That's episode number 9. And then I did a marathon show. That's episode number 49. I know you can't remember all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Write this stuff down when I'm telling you all this good information. It's just some good information, ladies and gentlemen. I got some great shows in here. I'm sure you will love it. Enjoy my Song of the Week, Committed Acappella Chorus, Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I'm blessed, I'm saved, and I'm sanctified.
I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I've been saved by God, the great I am. No more chains binding me by His blood. Know that I've been set free. I don't know why the Lord loves me so. That's why I gotta tell the world everywhere I go. This man named Jesus, don't you know that He changed my life? You know that I'm blessed. If you only knew what the Lord has brought me through, talking about a makeover, the Lord made me brand new. I know you see me singing with a smile on my face, but you ought to have been there when He changed my life that day. And now my so-called friends, they don't quite understand this change in me ever since I met the man. Yeah. Hey, well, along came Jesus. He took my wrong and He made it right. You know that I'm blessed. You know I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Thank God I've been saved by God, the great I am. No, He broke the chain of Well, if it wasn't for the blood of Jesus, believe me, I don't know where I'd be. Oh, I can't figure it out, y'all. I don't know why he loves you so. Hey, well, that's why I gotta tell somebody everywhere I go. I found a man named Jesus. He can even change your life. And you know that I'm blessed, and I'm saved, and I'm sanctified. Come on. One more thing, y'all listen. And when I think about what my Savior went through, how he hung, bled, died on the cross for me and you. Hey, I didn't deserve it, but still he took my place. Tell me where would I be if it were not for his grace? Oh, you see, it should have been living life out there with no hope. I realized that I should have been dead and gone. Oh, but Jesus came, and I know he paid the price. That I'm blessed, and I'm saved, and I'm sanctified. You know I've been washed in the precious blood of the Lamb. Thank God I've been saved. Great God Almighty. You know he broke the chains of sin off of me. Thank God for the blood of Jesus. His blood set me free. Oh, I don't know why the Lord chose to love me so. And that's why we gotta tell the world everywhere we go. There's a man named Jesus that can take away the pain, wipe the tears away, give you a bright day. Yeah. This is my own personal testimony. Listen, what a wonderful change has come over me. Yeah. Said it's only by the blood of Jesus that I'm not what I used to be. Hey, if you just knew my story and all that he's brought me through, I tell you what he did for me, he can do the same thing to you. Oh, I'm blessed. Oh, Lord, thank you. That you know that I'm blessed. Oh, Jesus, I've been washed in the blood of Jesus. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I thank God I've been sanctified ever since I met Lord. Yeah, you ought to try. Anybody looking for a change today, that he made me new, and he can do the same thing to you. Hey, I said you ought to try Jesus. That you ought to try the Lord. Hey, he's alright. Said he picked me up, turned my life around, plant my feet on solid ground. Don't you know he changed me? Thank God he changed me. So glad he changed me. Oh yes he did, y'all. I don't walk like I used to walk. I don't talk like I used to talk. I don't go the place I used to go. Hey, ever since I met the Lord, hey, well you ought to try Jesus.
Yes, that's Committed Acappella Chorus out of Rogersville, Alabama. Blessed, saved, and sanctified. I just love that song. You've been listening to Stevie B's Song of the Week.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hello, family. This is Steve Adams, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my homeboy, Daryl D. Rhino Davis. He lives in High Point, North Carolina. He's riding with us on the blast tonight. Daryl Ray Davis, Stevie B, wants to give you a shout out.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming up next, we got my August triple spin. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been playing these singles for the entire month of August on every show. I'm telling you, you're going to love my August triple spin. I'm featuring the Soul Influence out of Houston, Texas. This is their single, Peculiar People, from their 2007 album, You Gotta Believe. And that'll be followed by That's All I Think About. You're going to love that song. And that'll be followed by Ain't No Use. Enjoy my August triple spin. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
You know, I like it when the Bible tells us that we ought to be peculiar people.
Since He died just for me. Who told you that I changed my way? Why? Who told you? Who told you? Now God is my dwelling place. Why? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you how I spend my day? Why? Who told you? Who told you? How I stop anywhere and pray? Why? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you I don't compromise? Why? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you about the gleam that's in mine? Why? Who told you? Who told you? You better believe that died on Calvary to save the whole world, to save the whole world. Gotta know that He conquered the gates of hell, so people like me can win. People like me, He's telling everybody that He rose again. Then they'll know why. Yes, we be peculiar people all the days of our lives. And now your boys got a secret about me. Why? Who told you? Who told you? When the Most High speaks about me. Why? Who told you? Who told you? He keeps telling me to go away. Why? Who told you? Who told you? His story that I live. Why? Who told you? Who told you? You better believe that He died on Calvary to save the whole world, to save the whole world. Gotta know that He conquered the gates of hell, so people like me can win. People like me, He's telling everybody that He rose again. Then they'll know why. Yes, we be peculiar people all the days of our lives. Better believe that He died on Calvary to save the whole world from sin. You gotta know that He conquered the gates of hell, so people like me can win. We need to tell everybody that He rose again. Then they'll know why. Yes, we be peculiar all the days of our lives. You gotta believe that Jesus took the pain. You gotta believe, yes, that I might have the gain. You gotta believe that I have been redeemed. You gotta believe, gotta believe, you gotta believe that Jesus took the pain. You gotta believe that I might have the gain. You gotta believe that I have been redeemed. You gotta believe, you gotta know, gotta believe, you gotta believe for me that Jesus took the pain. You got to believe. It goes again, yeah. Mama told me years ago, seek Jesus and don't let go. That's all I think about. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm striving with all my might, avoid evil and just be right. That's all I think about. That's all I'm thinking about. I wish to here and now, still true to the gospel now. That's all I think about. That's all I'm thinking about. Every day ain't a been sunshine. Gotta get a little rain sometime. That's all I think about. That's all I'm thinking about. Gotta let that mind be in me. Trust in Him, keep setting me free. My friends don't understand the quiet life of a Christian, but it's God I think about. It's God, thinking about. They can't wrap their minds around. Why now when the whole world frowns? It's good, think about. It's good, think about. I've searched the whole world over. Ain't nothing like knowing Jehovah God. That's all I think about. Oh yeah, that's all I'm thinking about. Gotta let that mind be in me. Trusting Him, keep setting me free. All I think about is you. That's what I'm about to do. I do everything I need to keep pleasing. More and more each day. I'm determined yet to stay. Ain't no way, no how that I would be leaving. All I think about is you. That's what I'm about to do. I do everything I need to keep pleasing. More and more each day. I'm determined yet to stay. Ain't no way, no how that I would be leaving. Gotta let that mind be in me. Trusting Him, keep setting me free. All I think about is you. That's what I'm about to do. I'll do everything I need to keep pleasing. More and more each day. I'm determined yet to stay. Ain't no way, no how that I would be leaving. I'm determined yet to think about you. That's what I'm about to do. I'll do everything I need to keep pleasing. More and more each day. I'm determined yet to stay. Ain't no way, no how that I would be leaving. All I think about is you. That's what I'm about to do. I'll do everything I need to keep pleasing. More and more each day. I'm determined yet to stay. Do it and no way, no how that I would be leaving. Like it's just you and me. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. I belong to Him. Heart and soul, all I got to know. Said it ain't no use. Nobody's gonna turn me around. No. Said it ain't no use. Nobody's gonna turn me around. No. 'Cause my mind is made up and my soul is heaven bound. Ooh, it ain't no use. Nobody's gonna turn me around. No. I've been tempted and I've been tried ever since I've been born. I'm so tired, I'm so weak, God knows I'm worn. I've been loved so many times and I've been down. Said it ain't no use. Good God, nobody's gonna turn me around. Well, nobody's gonna turn me around. No. Well, because my mind is made up and well, my soul is heaven bound. It ain't no use. No. Listen, people talk about me all over this land, yeah. is calling me so much I don't understand. See, I'm just trying to live my life, was just as humble as I can. I said it ain't no use. Nobody's gonna turn me around. No. Says it ain't no use. No way. Nobody's gonna turn me around. No. I've been tempted, I've been tried ever since I've been born. And I'm so tired, I'm so weak, and God knows that I'm worn. I've been up so many times, I've been down. No use, no way. Turn me around. Nobody, I said it ain't no use. Nobody's gonna turn me around. Ain't nobody gonna turn me around, no. My made up. My mind. Soul is heaven bound. Now, nobody's gonna turn me around. No. You're wasting your time. No use, nobody's gonna turn me around.
Yes, that's the soul influence out of Houston, Texas. I hope you've enjoyed my monthly triple spin for the month of August. I just love those songs.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hi, I'm Brother Brian Malone with the Committed Acappella Chorus from Rogersville, Alabama, and you are listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to remind you, Stevie B's Media Production, we're hosting 3 shows here each week here on Blog Talk Radio. You can give me a call to the live show at 713-955-0508, or you can give me a call to the Carolina studio at 910-491-6405. On Tuesday night, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm hosting a live show, What a Word from the Lord, with the host Stevie R. Butler Radio Show. And on that broadcast, each week we have guest speakers who are coming to the show, and they're presenting lessons from the Word of God. We also have the Community Corner, and that segment is for small business owners and entrepreneurs who have products and services that they're offering to our community. We also have my co-host, Edward Bishop, out of Niagara Falls, New York, and he's presenting lessons from the Word of God. And then on Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm hosting a live show, the Gospel Light Radio Show. And on that broadcast, I have 9 co-hosts. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 9 co-hosts. And each week, I have 2 co-hosts that are actually on the air with me. And I have some questions that I've taken from my shout-out platform on social media, Facebook, that I'm posing to my co-hosts, and they're doing a great job answering those questions. I want to encourage you to join that platform on social media, shout it out, and get involved in some of those biblical discussions. Got some great discussions going on in that group. And then on Friday night, I'm hosting a live show, Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast Radio Show. And this show airs from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And once I go off the air at 8 p.m., I'll still be recording this show. So when you actually listen to the on-demand episodes, this will be a 3-hour show, ladies and gentlemen. And the first week in the Story Glory segment, we're interviewing artists. We're debuting new music, featuring old music. The second week, my daughter, Tati B, she's my co-host on that show. She does my whole playlist. The third week, which is tonight, we're doing the Top 20 Countdown show. And the fourth week, we are doing the Talent Search show. I give my listeners 60 seconds to stand on the world stage and sing their song. First and second place prizes will be awarded by my special guest judges on that show. And once a quarter, we're doing the Marathon show. That's a 3-hour show of whatever group or artist that we're featuring on that show. We're only playing their music for that entire show. And if you are an artist and you would like to have your music played on any of my radio shows, you can send me your MP3 formatted track via Dropbox. And my email address is srbutler1009 at yahoo.com. And if you can't listen to the live shows for whatever reason, you can always go to my affiliate internet stations and listen to these on-demand episodes. Whether it be through Spotify, whether it be through iHeartRadio or iTunes or acaradio.net, iWave Radio, MCCBroadcasting.com. They're airing my programming Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. You can go to IBC Broadcasting. They're airing my programming on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. You can go to YouTube and go to my YouTube channel, Stevie R. Butler, a.k.a. Stevie B, and you'll see the audio versions of my shows, my programming. You can also go to the Church TV Network on YouTube and see their playlist, Acappella Radio, and you'll be able to see the audio versions of my shows. Also, go to Spreaker.com. That's my website. Just type in my name, Stevie R. Butler, in the search bar. That's Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. And you can also go to World of Acapella, and you'll be able to see my on-demand episodes there as well. And I want to thank my sponsors, Sharon Norwood. She lives in Chicago, Illinois, and her company is Organo. And their slogan is a health product for healthier living. And I want to thank my sponsor, Yvonne Blazing Cracker Gooch. She lives in Nashville, Tennessee. Certainly appreciate them sponsoring these radio shows. And the 3 E's of Stevie B's media production. It is the objective of this production to educate, to edify, and to encourage. You listening to Stevie B's Acapella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acapella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming in at number 11 for the month of August and holding my 11th slot for 41 weeks is Committed Acapella Chorus. That's my power group out of Rogersville, Alabama. This is their single, The Righteousness of God, from their 2017 album, We're Not From Here. You're going to love my number 11 song, ladies and gentlemen. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
There's a sweet, sweet, sweet spirit inside of me. Listen, I am the righteousness of God. I am the righteousness of God. Won't you help me sing? I am the righteousness of God. There's a seed of righteousness working within. I am the righteousness of God. Got a verse? Sing your verse, man. Oh, if a man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things have passed, and behold, all things are made new. For I am the righteousness. Say, I am the righteousness. Oh, I am the righteousness. Oh, I'm glad to know that. Say that again. I am the righteousness of God. It's not me, but Christ that liveth in. Yeah. Sometimes they don't quite look right. What do you do? So we walk by faith and not by sight. I'm reconciled with God by the blood of Jesus Christ. Take it up. The way to grow, being burdened in this body. One day, if we wait, we'll have rest. He's always. All we know, if I
Hi, this is Yvonne Gooch, owner of Blazing Crackers, and I am a proud sponsor of Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Blazing Crackers, they on fire. You need a treat. You're hungry. You need something to eat. So you need a treat. You're hungry. Shouting up hungry. Need something to eat. Blazing Crackers, BLAZIN Crackers, yeah. BLAZIN Crackers, yeah. BLAZIN Crackers, yeah. Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
I want to give a shout out to my dear sister Denise Finch. She lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's riding with us on the blast tonight. Denise Finch, Stevie B wants to give you a shout out. Certainly appreciate you riding with us and supporting this broadcast. I want to shout you out, shouting you out.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm counting down my top 20 acapella gospel songs for the month of August. Coming in at number 10 and holding my 10th slot for 41 weeks is Warren Blakely Jr. out of Atlanta, Georgia. This is his new single, Gray Skies. And Warren is making his way to the blast in the year 2020. Lord bless us to see those days. Enjoy my number 10 song, Warren Blakely Jr., Gray Sky. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this song. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
Gray skies will pass by. You'll see the sun again. Gray skies will pass by. Like no one is by your side. Oh, as cloudy as it may seem, the way will always be clear. Oh, if you keep looking above, you'll see the sun is in the air. Gray skies will. I can see the sun now. Always be clear, clear. You'll see the sun again. I can see the blue pass by, and you'll see the sun. I've been caught in a few storms, so let me tell you what I do. Yeah, yeah. I reach up to God's hand, and He always pulls me through. Yeah. I really don't know what it is you're going through, but I know the God we serve. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I know Him well enough to know that you can trust Him at His word. Praise God's will. I can see the pass by. I'm a living witness that He can deliver. Gotta keep watching. Gotta keep waiting for the silver lining. Whoa.
I remember a time in my life one day. I was down on my knees, I was crying and praying. Then he reached way down, took his big old hands and wiped up my tears away. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't give up, you gotta keep the faith. There's gonna be a brighter day. That's what I found out, child. Even if you don't see the S-U-N, yeah, you can always see the S-O-N, yeah. Said you gotta trust and you gotta believe Jesus. He's coming again, yeah. Can't you see him peeping through the clouds, shining down on you?
Welcome. This is Garrick Edison of the Acappella group One Hope in Christ, straight out of Louisville, Kentucky. And you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast radio show. And he's dropping bombs. Oh, boom, boom.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Coming in at number 9 and holding my 9th spot for 41 weeks is the soul influence out of Houston, Texas. Their single Weakness from their 2007 album, You Gotta Believe. And they're making their way to the blast in the year 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love my number 9 song for the month of August. You got Stevie B on the 1s and 2s.
Did you know that he can fix the natural? Did you know that God updates the Bible? Did you know that God updates the Bible? Did you know that God updates the Bible? It's time to let somebody know. It's time to let somebody know. It's time to let them troubles go. Your head is down, you're licking your wounds, the pity part, it's broken heart, it's evil made you lose your self-control. Try to make it on your own. Do you realize that's just a foolish scheme? It's dangerous without the Lord. The devil uses your belly for, and you're mortally wounded without your shield of faith. In the army of the Lord and King, fight your battles under His command. You find that you don't have to do a thing. You've got the victory in His mighty hand, but in your weakness, Jesus thinks about in your weakness. That's His fighting power. There's no song in your spirit, no demon come near you, and so encourage your soul. It's time to let somebody know. It's time to let the troubles go. Your head is down, you're licking the wounds, the pity part, it's broken heart. Evil makes you lose your self-control. In the army of the Lord and King, fight your battles under His command. You'll find that you don't have to do a thing. He's got the victory in His mighty hand. In your weakness, Jesus takes power in your midnight. That's His mighty power. There's a song in your spirit. No demon come near you, and no
Hi, this is Jeremy Roberts, singer of No Mistakes and album I Forgive You, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul. Enjoy this comedian, Frank King.
Well, I did a wildlife club. It's a big deal in North Carolina. The Triangle Wildlife Club. Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill, they got a Triangle Wildlife Club. Okay, here's what they're big into: deer hunting. Now, I hunted deer when I was a kid, and a teenager, and in college. But here's the difference, and I discovered this just this year. When I was a kid and I hunted deer, they considered that an outdoor recreational activity. Somewhere in the intervening years, it has become a sport. It's in the sports page. And I said to them that night, I said, I used to hunt deer, so forth and so on. And you guys think it's a sport? You guys really? And they're all nodding yes. I said, well, call me picky. But sport to me implies, athletic ability. Because I got to tell you, when I was a kid and I hunted, I had a 30-06, which is a high-powered rifle, with a scope, which, if you don't know, is essentially a telescope, which means when I was hunting for deer, I didn't have to expend the energy to squint. Yeah. I said to the North Carolinians, I could understand it being a sport if by North Carolina law you had to, chase a deer down, choke him to death. A little hand-to-hoof combat. I said to him, look, name me one other sport where your opponent has no idea he's playing. I said, until the opening gun goes off, the deer has no idea he won the coin toss and elected to receive. It's 0-1 before he knew what hit him. Now, what is your first name, our deer hunting friend? What is your? Dean? D-E-A-N, Dean? D-E-A-N. And Dean, now in this state, do you have to wear, when you hunt, do you have to wear the orange vest and orange cap? I believe so. Yes, you do. And why is that, Dean? Do you know why is that? It's safety, so that another hunter will not mistake you for a deer. Everybody's nodding. Let's ask ourselves the comedy question. What's wrong with this picture? Exactly. We're apparently in this state selling high-powered rifles and ammunition to humans who cannot distinguish other human from deer. It would seem to me, Dean, a simple leg count would do the trick. See, here's my philosophy, Dean. If I'm in the woods on all fours, shoot me. I think, Dean, but if this is the case we shouldn't have a background check to buy a rifle. There should be an IQ test. And you know what I was thinking, Dean? See what you think. A photo lineup. Bunch of deer and a guy. And I'll make it easy. Famous deer. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet. And if you can't pick out that guy, no gun for you, Elmer Fudd. But Dean, you know what? You and I both know this. We're laughing, but every year in this country, somebody mistakes another somebody for a deer and plugs him. Yes. Yes. I had a friend that happened to. And the good news is he was just winged. Couple of, in the shoulder. Couple of stitches, night in the hospital. He's fine. But he said, Frank, do you know where I was? He goes, I was in my backyard pruning a tree. Dean, I've seen a lot of deer. Never seen one could do that with their antlers. See, as a comedian, Dean, I wish I could have been in the woods with the two hunters right before the one hunter pulled the trigger just to hear the conversation that led up to it. Hey, Bob. What? I think I see a deer. Where? On that ladder. worse. I told that story in Georgia, and a guy came up and he said to me, "Do you guys know what a tree stand is? It's like a tree house from which you hunt deer." He said he had a buddy in a tree house, a tree stand, in orange, in the proper amount of orange, who the other hunter claimed he mistook for a deer in the tree wearing orange. "I think I see a deer." "Where?" "In that tree. And he's in disguise."
Yes, you've been listening to Stevie B's Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul.
Stevie B's Acapella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming up next, we got my 8th song for the month of August. Durant out of Nashville, Tennessee, holding my 8th slot for 41 weeks is their single, Thank You, from their 2009 album, Ride. Now, I did an exclusive interview with Durant on this broadcast. That's episode number 37. I got a chance to talk to the Gooch. We had a great time on that broadcast. Also talked to Melissa and her brother Anthony and a few other members of that group. That was a great show. Enjoy my number 8 song by Durant, Thank You. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I was young and didn't have nowhere to run. I needed to wake up and see what's in front of me. Na na na, there has to be a better way. Sing it again now, better way. I'm grateful, so I thought of this song. My appreciation for loving me so long. You don't know how much you mean to me. 'Cause even though times got rough, you never turned away. You're right there, right there. And I thank you when I felt I had enough. You never turned away. You're right there. Oh Lord, and I thank you all through my life. I knew that you'd be my world, and everywhere I go, things you taught me they would show.
So many times and changes you've seen me through. I sure enough couldn't have survived without you.
And so I thought of this song to show my appreciation for loving me so. You don't know how much you mean to me. 'Cause even though times got rough, you never turned away. You're right there. You were right there. And I thank you when I felt I had enough. You never turned away. You're right there. Never turned away. And I thank you. Da 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 da. Oh, I thank you, Lord. I thank you. 'Cause even though times got rough, and I'm right there, when I felt had enough. You never had enough. And I thank you right there by my side, and I thank you. 'Cause even though times got rough, you never turned away. You're right there. And I thank you when I felt I had enough. You never turned away. You're right there. And I thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Sebram Branch, a solo artist and also a member of the North Mississippi Acappella Choir. You're now listening to Stevie B's Music Blast, Acappella style. Enjoy.
Stevie B's Acapella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm counting down my top 20 acapella gospel songs for the month of August, and I am now at number 7, holding my 7th slot for 41 weeks. This Journey Acapella out of Detroit, Michigan. It's all about him. Now, I did an interview with Thurman Metters. He wrote this song, It's All About Him, for Journey Acapella. He was on the show about 2 weeks ago, I do believe. That's episode number 90. And that was a great show. Go back and listen to that show. We had a great time with Thurman on the show. This is his song, ladies and gentlemen. He wrote this song, and he tells us the story. He gives us the backstory of this song on episode number 90 on my on-demand episode. We also had a chance to do an exclusive interview with Journey Acapella's Tony Washington, and that show was episode number 50 on this broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this song. This is from Journey Acapella's 2016 album, Journey Acapella. Enjoy my number 7 song. It's all about him, Stevie B, on the ones and twos.
It's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's not about them.
It's not about them.
But it's all about him.
But it's all about him.
It's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's not about them.
It's not about them.
But it's all about him.
But it's all about him.
It's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's not about them.
It's not about them.
But it's all about him.
But it's all about him.
It's not about me.
It's not about
oh no, it's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's not about them.
It's not about them.
But it's all about him.
But it's all about him.
We wanna elevate our prayer.
We wanna elevate our prayer.
And lift you up. We wanna give you what is due. Oh Lord, we owe it all to you.
Oh Lord, we owe it all to you.
We wanna elevate our prayer.
We wanna elevate our prayer.
And lift you up. We wanna give you what is due.
We wanna give you what is due.
We owe it all to you.
Oh Lord, we owe it all to you.
Oh Lord, we magnify you.
Oh Lord, we magnify
and we wanna lift you higher. It's not about me, Lord, but it's all about you. Oh Lord, we magnify you, and we wanna lift you higher. It's not about me, Lord, but it's all about you. It's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's not about them.
It's not about them.
But it's all about him.
But it's all about him.
Sometimes we get the big head. See, we've been walking around saying things we never should have said. When all alone, if you would focus on the Lord and not on yourself, now it wouldn't have been so bad. Lord, I'm learning to trust in you. If you knew like I knew you would too. You see, it was my God that brought you through. So get on your feet, give him the glory, the honor, the praise that he's due. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna elevate our praise.
We wanna give you what is due. Oh Lord, we owe it all to you and to you and to you. We wanna elevate our praise and lift you up. We wanna give you what is due. We owe it all to you. Oh Lord, we magnify you, and we wanna lift you higher. It's not about me, Lord, but it's all about you. Oh Lord, we magnify you, and we wanna lift you higher. It's not about me, Lord, but it's all about you. It's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's all about him.
But it's all about him.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's not about me.
I'm Lavinas Carter, and I sing with Truly Blessed out of Atlanta, Georgia. You are listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm flying 30,000 feet, and I'm dropping bombs everywhere. Whoa. Now, if you have some good speakers, you'll really be able to appreciate those bombs I just dropped in your ear hole.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
This your girl, Tony Washington from Journey Acappella, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Coming in at number 6 and holding my 6th slot for 41 weeks is Greg Owens and Dwayne out of East St. Louis. All My Trials. This from his 2009 album, In His Name. And Greg is making his way to the blast in the year 2020. Now, I want to dedicate this song to my good friend, Wivonda General Connor from Dayton, Ohio. She just loves this song. Enjoy my number 6 song, Greg Owens and Dwayne, All My Trials. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
Jesus brings me hope through all my trials.
All my trials, my care, all my care, I can tell them to my Lord and heal my burden bear. Through the pain, and the strength. Only nobody but Jesus, He brings me hope, gets me through all my trials. Sometimes I'm on my knees, I'm bowed in prayer. Oh Lord, I'm bowed in prayer. I take all my trials
without you. I can't make a move without you. I can't live the life without you. I can't leave my stripes without you. I can't love my wife without you. I can't live right without you. I can't take the stress without you. I can't say I'm blessed without you. I can't raise my hand without you. I can't take the pain without you. I can't win this fight without you. Oh, there is no life without you. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. All my trials, it's all my trials.
This is Orlando Tisdale, a.k.a. Mookie, and you are listening to me on Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Coming in at number 5 and holding my number 5 slot for 41 weeks is Tiffany Malone out of Athens, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this song, Let Nothing Turn Me Around, from her 2011 album, Reasons Why. And I did an exclusive interview with Tiffany on this broadcast, episode number 7. You're going to love that show, and you're going to love my number 5 song for the month of August. You got Stevie B on the 1s and 2s.
There's a story of an old sister who would come to church every Sunday. It was pain aching in her body. She would struggle from the back of the church all the way to the front pew, sometimes with tears streaming from her eyes. And one day, one of those young sisters got beside her sister, and she told that old sister, "Sister, if you're in so much pain, why don't you just turn around and just stay home sometime?" That old sister just held her Bible close and said these words:
"As I read the story of old, and I look at old man Job. You see, he lost everything that he had in just one day. Now can't you see him as he spoke with his wife when she said, you ought to curse your God and die? I can't imagine with tears in his eyes. I can hear Job say, I won't let turn me around. Though he slay me, I'm still gonna trust the Lord. No sickness, no sorrow, no pain. See, this is what I've learned. You see, when times in life get hard, that's when you ought to fall down and worship God. So I won't let nothing, no.
She told us, she said, before I take it back, I'll add more.
What about those Hebrew boys? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When the king said, better bow down before that image that day. Well, those boys were scared of the fire. Hey, they looked the king dead in their eyes with no fear in their hearts. I can hear them say, I won't let nothing. I won't let nothing, no, turn me around. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. See, there's one thing I know. Sometimes we gotta go through the fire, but it's good to know Jesus will be right there by your side. I'm not gonna let nothing, no. Turn me around, yeah. Sometimes my road, let it get a little rocky here and there. And every now and then my burdens get heavy.
You're like giving up.
I'm gonna keep moving, and I'll never turn around. I'm determined, I've got a made up mind. I'm gonna get my crown. She told her, she said, I won't let nothing, no. I won't let nothing get no pain. Aching in my body. You make me think about Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, how they whipped him all night long. As he marched up that hill. I can't imagine. Can't you hear his mother calling? But I hear him say, I can't stop. I can't quit. I gotta keep moving. Can't gonna fall. Listen here, sister. You see, he took the pain from me. The least I can do is take a little pain from him. I ain't gonna let it turn me around. Won't let it stop me now.
Hey, this is Melissa Lancaster with the singing group Durant, and you're listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4 and holding my number 4 slot for 41 weeks is Made New Acappella, that group out of Louisville, Kentucky. Their single So Glad from that 2016 album Through the Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love this song. And I did an exclusive interview with Troy Marbles of that group, And we also got a marathon show scheduled for that group in 2019. But that interview was episode number 15. Had a great interview, great conversation with Troy on that show. Enjoy my number 4 song. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I'm so glad he found me. I'm so glad he changed me. So glad. I'm so glad I can call him my friend. He's my friend. I'm so glad he loved me. I'm so glad he saved me. Thank you, Lord. So glad he took me in. I ain't never going back again. Get behind me, Satan. Never going back again. Said I'm never going back. Like a ship without a sail, headed for destruction. Like a fish out of water, I couldn't breathe. Like a prisoner of war trapped behind enemy lines. Bound, broken, tortured, that was me. But the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry. From the waters he lifted me, now safe and mine. He reached out and delivered me from the hand of the enemy. No, he broke the chains of sin. Thank God I'm free. 'Cause you know I was lost. Hey, I was bad, y'all. I was lonely, but he called me his friend. No, I didn't deserve it, and I sure wasn't worth it, no. But he thought enough just to take me in, and I'm never going back again. Yeah, get behind me, Satan. Never going back again. Never going back again. No, I ain't never going back. Like the time I won the prize at the fair that day. I never really ever thought I had a chance. Oh no. Like the time I forgot to study for the big exam. Y'all, I got to school and you know that the teacher wasn't there. Another day, another chance, told me what you wanted, but I didn't deserve it. Yet the Lord, he loves me still. Somebody asked me, child, why do you love him like you do? And I think of all he's done, I can't help the way I feel. Hey, I was lost, and I was bad. I was hurt deep inside, but you made it all right. How in the world could you love me? Oh, you think you love me? There ain't no way in the world that I'd ever go back. No, I ain't never going back to the depression and the fear of the past that used to bind me. I broke free from the pain and the strain. I put it behind me. Now I'm loose from my chains, and I'm walking in his name. And with this freedom that I've gained, ain't no way I'll ever be the same. And I'm so glad that he saved me, that he raised me, that he forgave me. So glad that he loved me, just to know that he cares. So glad he took me in. Never going back again. Never going back again. Oh no, never going back again. I'm never going back.
Hi, I'm Gerald Burnett Sr. with G Note Studio and Productions. I also serve as the music minister of the Mountain View Church of Christ in Dallas, Texas, and you are listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Song of the Week. This week, we have been featuring the group Committed Acappella Chorus out of Rogersville, Alabama. Their single, Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified from their 2017 album, We're Not From Here. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love my Song of the Week. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I'm blessed, I'm saved, and I'm sanctified.
I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I've been saved by God, the great I am. No more chains binding me by His blood. Know that I've been set free. I don't know why the Lord loved me so. That's why I gotta tell the world everywhere I go. This man named Jesus, don't you know that He changed my life? You know that I'm blessed. Listen, if you only knew what the Lord has brought me through. Talking about a makeover, the Lord made me brand new. I know you see me singing with a smile on my face, but you ought to have been there when He changed my life that day. And now my so-called friends, they don't quite understand this change in me ever since I met the man. Yeah. Hey, well, along came Jesus. He took my wrong and He made it right. You know that I'm blessed. Oh, you know I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Thank God I've been saved by God, the great I am. No, He broke the chain of sin that had to bind on me. Well, if it wasn't for the blood of Jesus, believe me, I don't know where I'd be. Oh, I can't figure it out, y'all. I don't know why He loves me so. Hey, well, that's why I gotta tell somebody everywhere I go. I found a man named Jesus. He can even change your life. You know that I'm blessed, and I'm saved, and I'm sanctified. Come on. One more thing, y'all listen. And when I think about what my Savior went through, how He humbly died on the cross for me and you. Hey, I didn't deserve it, but still He took my place. Tell me where would I be if it were not for His grace? Oh, you see, it should have been me living life out there with no hope. I realized that I should have been dead and gone. Oh, but Jesus came, and I know He paid the price. That I'm blessed, and I'm saved, and I'm sanctified. You know I've been washed in the precious blood of the Lamb. Thank God I've been saved. Great God Almighty, you know He broke the chains of sin off of me. Thank God for the blood of Jesus. His blood set me free. Oh, I don't know why the Lord chose to love me so. And that's why we gotta tell the world everywhere we go. There's a man named Jesus that can take away the pain, wipe the tears away, and give you a bright day. Yeah. This is my own personal testimony. Listen. What a wonderful change has come over me, yeah. Said it's only by the blood of Jesus that I'm not what I used to be. Hey, if you just knew my story and all that He's brought me through, I tell you what it is to me, He can do the same thing to you. Oh, I'm blessed. Oh, Lord, thank you. That you know that I'm blessed. Oh, Jesus, I've been washed in the blood of Jesus. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I thank God I've been sanctified ever since I met God. Hey, you ought to try. Anybody looking for a change today? That He made me new, and He can do the same thing to you. said he picked me up, turned my life around, plant my feet on solid ground. Don't you know he changed me? Thank God he changed me. So glad he changed me. Oh yes he did, y'all. I don't walk like I used to walk. I don't talk like I used to talk. I don't go the place I used to go. Hey, ever since I met the Lord, hey, well, you ought to try Jesus. You ought to try Jesus.
Yes, that's Committed Acappella Chorus, Blessed, Saved, and Sanctified. You've been listening to Stevie B's Song of the Week.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming in at number 3 for the month of August and holding my number 3 slot for 41 weeks is Gary Baker out of Houston, Texas. His single, I Can't Take No More, from his 2014 album, Born Identity. Now, we did an exclusive interview with Gary on this broadcast. That's episode number 86, and also did a recorded version of that live show here on Blog Talk Radio. That's episode number 23 of my recorded version. Enjoy my number 3 song, I Can't Take No More. This is Gary Baker. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I can't take no more. 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 I've been waiting for a song like this so long. I'm consumed by fire and I stand in a holy flame. My Savior Jesus ever before my face. So I shine. I'm walking with watches 'cause I'm born alive. On a chariot of fire. Got a dark enemy, I'm ready for the fight. Your victory's already won. So let it be known. He's on his throne. Yahweh Shalom. God is one and one.
This is Hamilton Landrum, and you're listening to Acappella Sunshine on the Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Coming up next, we got Stevie B's Funny Bone, because laughter is good for the soul. Enjoy this comedian, Small Fire.
How many of y'all mamas? How many mamas in the place? Mama stuck with me, though, because, I ain't always do, Christian comedy. I start off on the other side. I believe I see a few witnesses. I started out on the other side, but Mama stuck with me, she stuck with me. She supported me until I came and brought it on in. But, every time, they had a revival, she was trying to invite me on in, trying to get me real saved. Yeah. Because, I was that kind of saved. I was saved, but there's some stuff I was still trying to hold on to. That kind of saved. You be saved, but not quite delivered. There it is. That's where I was, So every time they had revival, Mama invite me out. Baby, what you doing this week? I said, I'm working every night. She said, you must have heard about the revival. I said, yes, ma'am, they had it on the radio. She said, oh, okay. Oh, you in town? I said, yes, I'm in town. Okay, then. She said, well, what time you get finished? I said, I get finished around 10. She got me. She said, well, we still be in service. Why don't you just stick your head in the door? I said, okay, Mama. You got to please Mama. So I tried to get to the church. These about 12. But, I'm trying to get there for the catfish dinner. Because the mother's board did not play. You can get 3 pieces of catfish, coleslaw, and spaghetti for $3. And the sweet tea was free. So, I'm trying to get the catfish dinner. I get to the church midnight, right? I see the lights still on. I said, well, maybe they're getting ready to have a benediction. Honey, I walk in that church, people running around in circles, jumping over pews. The preacher hadn't even got up yet. I said, these folks ain't ready to go nowhere. I said, I'm going to wait them out. So I sit on the back pew. I'm going to wait them out. Sit right here until they finish. The preacher got up. Y'all sit down, stop the music, stop that music. Y'all sit down. Come here, baby. Now, I'm on the back row, but I do like everybody else. Who? He said, you to just come in. Come here, daughter, come here. I'm walking down there, I'm like, Lord, have mercy. I said, Lord, I'm tired. Please don't let this man knock me down. I get down there, and true enough, he had a word from God. So he told me what God had to say. But evidently, God didn't tell him what I said. Because before I knew, I was on the floor. And y'all, I promise, a lady out of nowhere just came and threw some cover over me. I said, well, all right then, all right. And then another lady came, and for no reason at all, she just started fanning me. So I told her, appreciate it. Because I went on there and took me a nap. Now, that's what I call resting in the Lord. Honey, when I woke up, church was over. But nobody there but me and them 2 ladies. And they just walking by me. God is really doing the work on her. I turned over. I said, yes, he is. Y'all ever been shouting? I mean, you sure enough feeling the spirit. You ever been shouting? You was getting ready to run down the aisle, and you saw somebody big coming down the aisle. You're like, oh, no. I think I'll take this route right now. This look a little safer. Now, the ushers will look out for you, don't they? They may sit on nothing happen to you. I don't shout unless I got an usher with me. I feel the spirit. I be like, oh, hold on. Can I get an usher over here, please? Yeah, I feel the spirit. Thank you, baby. Watch my purse for me, too. Ushers go, look out, boy. They would look out. Say, I'll crunk. I'll crunk for Christ. So what I did, I got me a job at the church because I figured that would give me an incentive. What is it, baby? Yeah, that's it. A reason to be there on a regular basis. So I started playing the drums in the church, you know what I'm saying? Because that came easy to me. I was already a little tomboy, so I played the drum. And it was easy because I played doing testimony service. Y'all know all them songs go to the same beat anyway. Only problem I had when the older women like to make up their own songs. And then get mad at me because I can't keep up with them. I'm like, hey, now, you the one over there freestyling. You the only one in here know the words. So hold on, Jesus, I'll be there in a minute. Hold on, Jesus, I'll be there in a minute. And like, she is making this up. And my grandmama, she just remixed Jesus on the main line. I know y'all know the traditional version. Go Jesus on the main line. Oh, Jesus on the main line. Jesus on the main line. Oh, call him up and tell him. You go, Grandma. Oh, 569 hills. And then, when they testified, they explained the song that they made up. She said, Jesus might call you. But you might not be there. But don't worry, all you got to do is start 69 him back to see what he wants. Your mama think we lost it, don't know. Now, y'all know how preachers, they be preaching, and then after they preach, they fall into like a prophetic anointing, and they can just start prophesying to anybody. This preacher did that. He finished preaching. He's calling people like, come here, you. So it ended up being like 20 people in the line. And I was first, I was sitting closer to the front, so I ended up first in the line. And he was standing there, he was prophesying to me. He was like, look at me, baby. He kept saying, look at me, baby, look at me. But it was hard. I don't know what was going on with him. I don't know if he just ate an onion garlic sandwich. It was, it's hard to stare something like that in the face, And I was trying, I was like, okay. But I wanted to be submissive, so I was looking at him. Let me move my half so y'all can see my face. And you trying to look at that, face it on, my eyes started tearing up. So, once you blink, that's it. Tears are rolling down my face. But the altar workers didn't have a clue. They said, ooh, she is really receiving. She is really receiving. I'm like, yeah, but y'all don't know what. And I'm not a selfish person. I stood there and I took it like a woman of God. I stood strong. But I didn't want these people behind me to go through what I was going through. So I began to seek wisdom. I said, now how can I let this man know what's going on without causing a scene, without embarrassing anybody? I said, I got to let him know. These folk can't take it like I can take it. And it came to me. I ain't going to say where it came from, but it came to me. We always talk about God told me. It came to me. I said, I'm going to tell him in another language. So when he finished prophesying to me, something said, now, baby, now. So I told him, I said, tic-tac, tic-tac, tic-tac. Tic-tac, 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 tic-tac. Peppermint. encore. Big team. Try this. Oh, do it right now. Please do it right now. Y'all dead wrong.
Yes, you've been listening to Stevie B's Funny Bone. Now, that was funny because laughter is good for the soul.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, I've been counting down my top 20 Acappella Gospel songs for the month of August, and I am on my number 2 song. Holding my number 2 slot for 79 weeks is Dorian Paul out of Houston, Texas. His new single, Christian Life, from his 2016 album, Breakthrough. Now, I did an exclusive interview with Dorian on the show. That's episode number 81. We had a great time on the show. That's a recorded version, episode number 21. Enjoy my number 2 song, Christian Life by Dorian Paul. You got Stevie B on the ones and twos.
I bet you didn't think it would be rough like these. Yeah. Bet you thought that you could make your old life see. Yeah. Bet you wasn't ready for the turns and twists. Yeah. Hey, the Christian life, my
looking for peace. That seems to be the statement going out all over this country. People trying to figure out just what to do. Cards on the table show don't look good. Want to do the right thing, looking at the wrong thing. Oh, the wrong thing looks tempting. But you said you was gonna do right, but you didn't know you were in for a fight. And I'm telling you, if you talking about living this Christian life, you better get ready if you're talking about this Christian life. Oh, ain't no joke if you're talking about living this Christian life. But the fight is sure worth fighting if you're living the Christian life. Can't do this, can't do that. That's the very thing I wanna do, and that's a fight. Fighting these urges and these surges to get my money out and just go splurging. But the bills have gotta be paid. I don't even know why I'm feeling this way. Said you was gonna do right, but you didn't know you were in for a fight. And I'm telling you, if you talking about a living Christian life, you better get ready if you're talking about the Christian life. Hey, put up your duke, y'all. Living this Christian life, and the fight is sure worth fighting if you, Christian life, y'all. Living this Christian life. Oh, wait, I promise it is worth it, yeah. But get ready, yeah. Living this Christian life. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to bring this big iron bird on down to the ground. Got to bring it on down. But let me drop the last dozen bombs I got up here before I land this big iron bird. I said boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, before I play my number one song for the month of August, I'd like to thank my listeners for riding with me on the blast tonight. What a show, what a show. I really enjoyed doing this countdown show. I think this is one of my favorite shows. I want to thank most of all, ladies and gentlemen, not only my listeners, but I want to thank most of all the God of heaven, through our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me the privilege, and it is indeed a privilege, to be able to play these inspirational songs into your hearing on a Friday night. So until we meet again, may God continue to bless your lives and may bless you real, real good. You've been listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is Chris Covington with the C Notes. You're now listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Hey, this is John Poo Malone, and you're listening to the Acappella Gospel Music Blast with Stevie B. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stevie B's number one song for the month of August is by Straight Company. They're holding my number one slot for 79 weeks. This group's out of Louisville, Kentucky, and their single, Awesome, the anthem, Unplugged a cappella. Now, I want to dedicate this song to my good friend, Ollie Ezell. He lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina. He just loves this song. Now, this single, ladies and gentlemen, is a new single, and this project has not been released yet. So we're still waiting for this album to come out by the group Straight Company. Now, if you didn't get a chance to hear the marathon show that I did for Straight Company back in April, that was a great show. I had two of the original members of that group. You know, that group was established in 1975. I had Jesse Murrah and the legendary Mark Clemens was on that broadcast with me as well, and George Smith was on the show with me. We had a great time on that show, and if you want to listen to that show, that's on my on-demand episodes number 76, I do believe that is, and I also did a recorded version of that marathon show. That's episode number 18. We had a great time on that show. I really enjoyed listening to all of the stories that those brothers had to tell regarding that group Straight Company. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show, what a show. I have really enjoyed the blast tonight. Enjoy my number one song for the month of August. Thank you guys for riding with me on the blast. What a show. Straight Company, the single, Awesome. God bless you. Good night.
I stand in awe of you.
I'm done with my morning prayer. I'm thinking up and got a melody, telling how much I care. Whoa, there it is, continuous praise upon my lips. Mere words cannot explain, but now y'all can hear it. Magnificent, omnipotent, gracious, He shown up. Amazing, no words are strong enough, no superlative is good enough. With tears all in my eye, I recognize He don't mind if I call Him awesome. Let me introduce yes, Christianity needs to roll. When I recapitulate my trials and my struggles, instead
It's amazing how I made it through. Never giving is what you told me. I keep running towards the mountain. Don't look back, just keep my trust in you. Lord, I can take it. I know I can make it. 'Cause you prove you never failed me yet. Don't mind if the angels keep us score. The battle is the Lord's. It's a war the devil will regret. But touching me 'cause you're awesome.
You've been listening to Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast, episode 92.